Cancer, good morning, how are you? It feels like I'm a newsreader, so you could be called John, Craven, or you could have a lot of cravings, food cravings, or just like constantly craving sex, attention, food, all of the above is what I'm hearing. Like, I'm just craving for more and more and more. Now, there could be food here, or Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, a Capricorn, but I'm craving and craving and craving for more. So this doesn't have to be a bad thing. I suppose there could also be a person called Steve, maybe. But I'm definitely hearing like I'm craving, like I'm constantly going through something that is very addictive. So, I mean, hopefully it's not drugs or alcohol, okay, and it's making you crave more. I definitely keep hearing like it's either food related or something to do with around your relatives, maybe. I don't know. But I definitely keep hearing like I'm so addicted towards something that I am craving for more of it. Something that you really like. Okay, now if you're on a diet, that's quite dangerous, like myself. Okay, but like whatever it is, I think that it's an all-encompassing craving kind of energy, right? That it's involving, like I said, love, sex, emotions, flying everywhere, like love, and love is in the air. Yeah, so you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Capricorn, which would be a 6 or a life path 6. Okay, to the person, I'm sorry, but to the person that said, "Come on, Steve, what are you talking about? A Capricorn, like a Cancerian or a 7 is a Gemini." In my book, it's a Cancerian because it's the representation of the actual major arcana card. You can just believe in what you like. Okay, but I'm hearing craving attention. So it could be anything to do with around like, getting attention off your partner, sex, love is in the air. Could be dealing with Gemini or a Capricorn energy because that would be a 6, and that would be the lovers. So the person could have like a Gemini, Capricorn type sort of cross comparison between you and your partner. But if you watch this from a life path access of the life path energy, you will obviously relate to, I'm watching it from a life path 7 and I have Capricorn or Gemini in my chart, so on and so forth, and there's a lot of attention because I would start to see in my head a 6 of Wands, so that would also be like a Gemini and a Capricorn, and I'm craving for more of it. Okay, so it really could be, I'm hoping that this isn't like food or alcohol really for somebody, but I'm kind of picking up where it's around my lover or my mother even. But like I really keep picking up on a huge energy of number 6 really. Okay, so that in my book that would be a Gemini Capricorn, and I'm craving for more of it. Like, and I think that for a lot of this is like attention that you're getting from your partner. You're kind of spending a lot of time telling each other that you love each other, that you can't wait to be around one another. The energy seems to be a lot more relaxed and magnetic, if you like. So I'll definitely pick up an energy of around a 2, possible Libra energy. Doesn't have to be, because I'm kind of seeing a 2 of Cups, okay, in my head. And so I'm hearing Ed, Edwina, Eddie, head, giving head, maybe. I don't know, it could be something to do with someone's large head. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought that it would be this head anyway. But like craving the attention of the size of someone's head. Yeah, I think we're going to leave that out with that one. I think there's a lot of sexual tension in the air feeling. Anyway, craving a lot of attention. Okay, so, or getting a lot of attention. It's either craving for the attention and not getting it, or not. So if I say not, you say Pisces swinging from a tree. So you could have a life path 3 or a Pisces involved somewhere. Okay, and it's either craving for attention and not getting it, or it is getting it. Now, if I say not and it, that's 100% me, but I am a life path 7. So, like, it's a not and an it. Okay, so it would, for me, if I was channeling, would be Stephen King, not afraid so, afraid not to, maybe. Okay, so I'm picking up that there's this energy of, getting attention. It's either getting attention and getting it, or getting, I think there's a lot of sexual tension in the air here, Cancer. So, anyway, like I said, you can watch this from the aspect of a life path 7, okay, where you would get the numbers and the meanings of the people. You don't even have to follow me in saying that a card does not represent that star sign. It doesn't matter. You can even just follow it, the fact following the story, right? It's just a different way of teaching. So, let's see. I always get a lot of flack off Cancerians. I have no idea. Like the majority of readings where I always get someone that has something to say is always from a Cancerian reading. Always, and I don't know why. I don't know why, because I generally get on so well with Cancerians. Like, I would say the majority of my best friends are Cancerians, like they are. So I'm also hearing Charlotte. I don't know, I always seem to get on really well with a Cancerian. So I don't know, because I always seem to have the same personality kind of trait. But that would also be life path 7. Anyway, so let's see what you've got. Let's see what you've got here, Cancer. So it will lie to your face. Steve or Stephen or someone that will lie to your face. This kept coming up. But did any of you, did you get this card before where it said it will lie to your face? Have you had arguments and stuff like that and you believe that someone might be lying, or Elijah, or Lee, or Laura, or Lucy, or Lucifer, or a Capricorn? But like, you know, have you had anything from your last one reading where you came up where you realised that someone may have been lying? Because it's still there. It will lie to your face. Let's see. But I suppose if it's saying it will lie to your face, that would mean that you're face to face with someone, FaceTiming someone, or face to face with someone and lying. Okay, so I don't know what that is. Let's see. Cancer. Allow that shit to come to you. So there's this kind of energy of a 7. I would say that would more than likely be you guys, because it's an energy of like getting attention and letting it come to you, like a 7 of Swords maybe. Okay, so it's a bit like this Steve's headbutt crunch kiss chase type sort of thing, like giving someone a lot of attention. Okay, and I'm going to reserve myself or my energy so you come to me. It might be someone that's travelling. It's kind of got this energy that I'm hearing around where it is travelling. It's like a travelling circus or like a circuit training. You might be doing anything around like the gym, like a treadmill or something, and there's circuit training involved, okay? Lifting weights and putting them down and doing a runner and doing stuff like that. So it could be involving that. But I'm also hearing that it could be travelling. Like there could be like, let the person come to you in their own time. So you could be dealing like a Capricorn, which would be like a cardinal energy, okay? And I will do it in my own time. Like I will come to you, and it will come to you in your own time, okay? A person. Let's see. Cancer. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. So again, there's this vulnerable feeling of attraction in the air. Of like, I love it when we hate each other, and I can't stand that, but I love it when we love each other, when we make up, kind of energy, right? But vulnerability, like I feel very vulnerable at this time, which can mean that you're very open in order to be able to speak to your partner. Okay. Let's see. Cancer. So we're going to clarify these, and then we'll also do your tarot as well. So you are being an arse because you are fucking tired. Face a pillow now. That would more than likely be to the people that are probably going to bitch and moan on tarot readings and stuff like that, right? I don't know. But basically someone that's moaning. You are being an arse because you are tired. Face a pillow. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I get like that. I do. Like when I'm really tired at the end of the day, probably around, I would say about 8 o'clock. Come 8 o'clock, I'm not always arsey, but like my eyes start watering, I start over yawning, and I'm kind of like, man, I'm so fucking tired. Like, and I can really not think. Like, I've spent all of my energy, and it's gone, and I feel depleted, and I'm laying down, and I can't think straight. When I'm tired, I can't think straight. So I do get a little bit arsey sometimes, where I'm kind of like very, yeah. Like, you know, it's because I'm knackered. It's because all my energy is gone. Like, it is gone, and I really need to, like, get some sleep. Okay. So anyway, it might be something around those, that message. So, it will lie to your face. Something around a Libra, or Justice, or Justin. Okay, but a 2. You're looking at a Libra. So basically, if you get someone that returns back from your past, or you have done now, or done, the name done or Putchy. But again, someone that is returned back from the past, and you've had huge arguments with an ex, say, okay, and they come back and they're a compulsive liar, they're going to lie again, okay, to try and get what they want. So that's up to you if you know anybody in your life that lies all the time, okay. I'm definitely hearing like L, anybody beginning with L. But I mean, a lie can either be a huge one, depending on the argument and the case of stuff. It can also be in court, okay, because this would also be going to court, like standing up and lying in court. Lion's court would, okay, hold on. So lion might be a Leo or a placement of 8, so like a life path 8, a Leo or / Aquarian. I don't know. I'm also hearing for a lot of you, Lion's Court was a place where there are elderly people. Lion's Court used to be like a huge place where there were stories and levels of different elderly people, and they would stay in flats, and there would be an open area where they could come down and talk to one another. That was Lion's Court. Well, that is Lion's Court here. Okay, so I'm picking up where it might be something around an elderly resident or a residential home or lying at work. I really don't know. But there is something about justice here. I keep hearing Justin. Justin. What are you lying about, Justin? That's what I'm hearing. Okay, judgment. What is judgment for? Why is judgment here? Or Julian, or Jason, or Justin, or Jackie. Okay. Truth. You see, this is the truth, but the leading card says lying. So it might be lying in court. It might be, I am also hearing lying around, which means sleeping around with different people. What is that? Lying around, lying around. Get around in. Is it a Piscean? I mean, I know a lot of you Cancerians used to have a huge beef with the Pisces, right? Because you had kids with them. Right, Justin? Well, like, you know, you could be having a lot of beef with an ex that you had kids with, and you lie to one another because you don't, you know, it's a very bad ex that you've never really got on with. And the only thing you can ever really do to calm them down is just by palm them off with a load of shit. I'm also hearing a palm reader. Allow that shit to come to you. Why am I hearing palm reader? Palm. Or the name Pam. Or Palm. Palmer. I'm hearing... Because I keep hearing palm reader. Okay. But I'm hearing Palm or Pam or... like a surname of, what did I say? Palmer. Or just palm you off with, that's also a British word, I think, like just palm you off with a load of bullshit. Could be a Taurus. A Taurus or a possible Sagittarian placement. Could be Amber Heard. Okay, overheard something, maybe. I don't know. But it's right here, isn't it? You know, you know. Anybody see the acting career? Anyway, allow that shit to come to you. So it is doing. So I think that a lot of you could be, like I said, involved with brothers, siblings, sisters. Okay, there might be something. Like I said, you can relate this to anything in your life that you know that someone may be covering up. Okay, it might be scars, it might be drugs, alcohol, anything like that. You know, you've requested a person, you know that they do it, and you've asked them and they've said no, you know, or they've said yes. Allow that shit to come to you. Knight of Wands, 7 of Wands. So I don't know what that is, because that's stopping, putting a stop to it when it turns up. Like I'm going to have to put a stop to this as soon as it turns up. It might be a friend here. Allow that shit to come to you. And it does, and then someone cuts the person off. What, hangs up on the person? Or Hannah? Hangs up. Hangman. Y'all really got me doing like a Piscean here. Or a placement of 3 maybe. Unless it's been a third party that you've been involved in for a while, and your ex turns up and you just cut them off and say, no, I don't believe you. You know. Because the advice here is allow that shit to come to you, and it does, and then someone's like, I don't think so. You know, here. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. Some of you have been playing this game of like kiss, chase, headbutt, crunch. sort of like, it's a very strange way of showing your affection by cutting me off. You know, I thought you wanted me. And you're like, no, what give you that impression? And you're like, well, the fact that we've got a fucking connection for a start. You're like, yeah, no, I just wanted to get your attention, and now I got it, you can piss off. And you're like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? You know, I've got your attention, brilliant, there it is, you wanted me, didn't you? And you're like, yep. And now I've turned up, I'm ready for a relationship, and you're like, fuck you. And you're like, what the fucking hell does that mean? I've got no idea here. I mean, it could be Elijah, or Lee, or Laura, or Lucy, or Lucifer, or anybody beginning with L, Liz. I don't know. I mean, like I said, this could be a brother, a sister, a sibling, a friend, a daughter, whoever you like here. But again, it's this energy of where someone keeps asking someone certain questions, and it's like the Spanish Inquisition. You're asking me personal shit here. Okay. You are being an ass because you are fucking tired. The Sun. This could be family-related things that are going on. Family. Like I said, you know, there could be someone in the family that you've been controlled with for quite some time, and they've basically just taught you to give them a white lie, meaning I'm so sick to death of your shit, and I'm so sick to death of you fucking asking me questions that are personal that I don't want to tell you. And so I'll basically just lie. I mean, that's me abbreviating something that's quite serious when really it's probably not. It's probably just the fact that someone asks questions of you and you don't want to tell, okay, or Terry, or Telly, but I don't really want to tell you, so I'm just going to say, yeah, when really it's like, no, just go away. You know, do you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit like that. Someone may be asking you a question that you don't really want to answer. You don't really want to get around this person too much because you know that they could have probably lied in the past. Or it's a parenting thing where they've just taught you to lie all the time because of the amount of physical or emotional abuse, or like arguments that have always started up, you know. That's normally when people will tell a white lie, is that when an argument is pretty much about to arise, you pretty much know that if I say yes or no, that's going to piss the person off even more. So I'm more than likely best just calming the energy down by saying whatever it is that's going to satisfy the person's mood. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it really feels like here, Cancer. So Ace of Pentacles. And it could really just be someone in the family. And it could be an ex. You've got vulnerability as hot as fuck, so Sagittarian energy. So a lot of you, someone's sex life is going quite well here. I feel. The Sun. Six of Cups. Well, like I said, someone is definitely in a relationship. So, you know, how I'm seeing the tarot cards is a different representation of what the actual Steve Punk deck says. So for a lot of you, you're in a relationship here. There's more of a metaphysical one and physical one that's really coming close to the crunch time of the metaphysics of the energy coming together to make a Six of Cups. Now, you could well be in a relationship here that is physical, meaning living with a person. And if you're not, it means you're in a metaphysical connection at distance. But the Six of Cups ends up coming up through family, meaning being here. You're living around people in a family home. Okay, so that's you or the other person. So you've kind of got that message, and what you've got here is the energy of temperance. That is sex. It's kind of like this passion coming crunch time to like two soulmates meeting each other, and there's a lot of like nostalgic kind of like chemistry that's in the air again, which means that love is in the air. It's just like this leading energy of like Bisto, you know, the old Bisto gravy adverts when it's there and there's the, you know, and it just floats off, you're like, God, what's that? You know, so unless you work at a sous chef or something like that, there's a lot of cooking and food and it's smelling good, okay, or you're buying a load of dupe, okay, or I don't know, aftershave, Boss, dupe, stuff like that, okay, to smell good. Okay, I'm also hearing Kelly. Let's see, Cancer. What has Cancer got coming up this week, please? Cancer. For Cancer, what have they got coming up this week? She's got Three of Cups. There's a Piscean energy, so feeling really good, feeling nostalgic. Unless, you know, like I said, the first lot of cards are explaining maybe if you guys have been involved with past energies and someone that's floating in and out. Okay, that would be a yes or a no. You either want the person or you don't. You either want the person back or you don't. They either ask you a question, you lie, or you tell the truth. It's up to you. Okay, But generally, at the moment, there could be a 3, life path 3 or Piscean energy here involved in someone's chart. And the fact that you're feeling very good because you've just kind of got with someone. Now, if the person isn't a Pisces, you're basically just with this person feeling really good. Okay. Cancer. 4 of Wands. There you go. So twin flame energy, feeling very good, feeling wanted, getting loads of attention. This is a couple that are actually together, and if it isn't, you're in the metaphysics coming together. There's an energy of a life path 4 or a Scorpio Aries possible placement, not given the fact that it is, but it is for some here. Yeah, feeling very good, feeling wanted. Relationship is really kind of picking up. Let's see, Cancer, what have they got coming up this week? Yep, so speaking, talking. You see, your channeled stuff was mainly, I think that what you're reading is basically going to be about, all told, is like, you know, this love is in the air, you know, and that it's coming closer and whatnot, and you're feeling very good, you're feeling wanted, you're feeling loved by family members, you know, you're really not arguing very much, the conversation is flowing. You know, you're feeling wanted and loved. You're kind of paying attention to your partner. They're also paying attention to you, and you seem to be moving forward just in the, you know, in the way that you want here. So the lying energy could be like an ex-person or a family member. Okay, I don't think it's your partner that you or your partner are lying to. I think there's another person in your life. Let's see, Cancer this week. So Ace of Cups, and see, it's just getting better. I'm not feeling any kind of negative energy around your reading, really. Cancer, yeah, the Star even. So you got life path 8, Aquarius, Leo people, possible. Yeah, looking forward to the future. Like if you guys haven't met and you're in a metaphysical connection, it's coming closer to the time where you are here, because this is headed towards destiny. Okay, I've got a huge teaching segment going on about destiny, okay, and the accumulation of karma. Basically, if you look at this as the Wheel of Fortune and the leading car of a 7, okay, the leading car, when it approaches, it has loads of energy that is accumulated of karma, but we look at it as cars, okay. So you got loads of traffic behind you intimidating you to go forward as the leading card. So it basically means that I have confidence. So through confidence building and being assured the fact that when I go into a cycle, I'm not going to avoid it and go around, I'm just going to go straight through, because I'm not hesitating at a roundabout, I'm just going straight in and around, and I'm bosh, I know what I'm doing, I'm very confident. So we lead into teaching about going into jobs and everything else, but I don't think you're going to be that interested in this, Cancer. But that is kind of what we're teaching at the moment, and then the accumulation of what it is that is built up behind you, which is when people start bibbing their fucking horns and getting very frustrated and pissed off that the future isn't happening now. They blame the leading card, which is, say, a Cancerian, ready to go into the future, was where we start to come up to theirs. So an accumulation of karma is things that are built up through the suppression of feeling, okay? That's why we have a purge and a release of energy, and you can't believe what has happened karmically, because that's the devastation of karma. If you stay in metaphysics too long, okay, and you're in metaphysical land too long, karma will build up, because destiny and future energy is not like it's a planet, it's not a human being. It doesn't have feelings and emotions, it doesn't give a fuck about whether you're hurt, feeling happy or sad. It isn't a human, so it will enforce energy upon you in order to feel better in the end once you've gone through shit. That's you coming out the end of a portal. Okay, but anyway, that's for teaching. But let's see, Cancer, the Sun. You see, you're coming out of better times, into better times. Your energy is very vibrant at this time, Cancer, I must say. For you guys that it's not and you're feeling like shit, then it really wouldn't be a message for you. There's just a very good, light, vibrant, fun, sexual tension, looking forward to the future. Like if you haven't physically with this person in the physical, this energy is leading up to this going a long way here, like in the future here. There's also spending a lot of time with family and children if you've got them. Cancer. It's good energy this week. It's probably the best reading I've done so far. Wow, the Magician. Holy shit. So it feels like that, you know, because it's been very testing through the energy of Taurus. Okay, Taurus season and the moon and whatnot, as far as I know. And it's kind of like you feel this very shift in energy. And if you was watching, say for instance, if you watched when I said I was doing the Scorpio reading, okay, and I said that I can feel change in the air and I can feel something changing a hell of a lot. And I basically related it to me moving stuff around and getting cameras all positioned to do a load of other things that I've got planned. But like, I also said I'm representing it towards feeling change, that something is really starting to going to happen of change. That's in this reading right here. Okay, so there is. It feels like there's been a very tough time, but we've got through it, and now all of this great new energy. So it feels like a purge and a release. That is what you would get with the Two of Cups. Okay. Because if you look at religion, which I'm not, but if you do look at religion, okay, a piece of God is within everybody. It's an energy source that was sacrificed to create loads of other different energy sources that are the same person. So when you meet your greatest adversary, that is why a trigger will have a purge of emotion, of a release. Because when it meets each other, you purge out and you apologise to change. That is you penting for your sins. You don't have to go to church in order to do that. You do it as a spiritual light being. Okay, so when you meet your greatest adversary, then you will trigger each other off, and then you will make up and you will apologise for your behaviour because you will understand it. Okay, so you try, which means that God loves a trier. As long as you know the error of your ways and you rectify it and you apologise for your past energies and you physically are willing to change to do better, okay, that is a purge and release that doesn't require you going to church and sitting there telling a priest. It means that you are telling God, which is what? The mirror of you, alchemy. So it's the mirror of the other person of you. That's why you apologise to your partner, because they are you. You apologise to yourself, you apologise to those, you create more of these energies here. Okay. Again, teaching subject, but that will be over on the new tier. Okay, Sagittarian energy here. Light, vibrant, good, like, you know, not feeling any stress or strain, just things really flowing very nicely. There's a lot of energy. I was thinking of this before I actually did this reading. I don't know why when I do Cancerian readings, I feel everybody's like just fucking really not interested. But like, I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. Because I'm sort of hesitating a little. But I was thinking about this morning, where when I did a Sagittarius reading, I noticed in the comment a few people were saying, yeah, you are right about centre of attention of a Sagittarian, right? But I am a Piscean, okay, but I do have Sag and Scorpio in first house, which is Neptune, okay? That's where this comes from, generally, mainly. But Pisces will mute, they're a mutable sign. So they will learn and mould, construct itself, deconstruct energy, deconstruct it, and then put it together differently like a transformer, okay? That's how I teach, basically. But like when you're looking at morphing energies, it's like, okay, let's take you, let's deconstruct it, and let's make something different out of it. Okay. So when you look at a star sign of, say, Pisces, okay, or 3, they'll represent this energy, and you will mirror each other and bounce off each other's energy here. When you get like a Pisces Sagittarian, okay, if it's in good placements, because the fire and the heat of centre attention will make a Piscean want centre of attention as much as it wants to mirror the centre of attention of a Sagittarian, which means that I'll learn of giving you attention because I love you and I want to be with you, so I want to be more like you. So it represents the energy of alchemy, okay, mirroring the energy of success. So you mould yourself into that energy to feel what that is like to have a Sagittarian energy around you that is passionate, loving, that gives you the energy back in return of where you would create more of a Gemini / Capricorn of 6 energy, which would mean that you would have an equality of energy that manifests from, well, mainly I would say this being a leading card at the end, because this is the major arcana one. So you're kind of looking like that bouncing off each other, which is what you do. Definitely have a Piscean, maybe placement of Sagittarius. You bounce off that energy, meaning if someone's centre of attention, you'll want to be like that. So you will mould and have a good time and have a laugh and fucking knees up Father Brown. Okay, so you will feel the environment being very relaxed and much fun. Okay, so you could be going to a party or a wedding or something like that, but it would be a lot of fucking fun here. And if this relates to a partner, then there's a hell of a lot of fun to be had here. Okay, because you're mirroring the energy back to one another, which is very good, light and vibrant. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there at the moment, Cancer. There's nothing that I really need to, you know. If you are interested in the teaching segment, I'm going to be doing that. There is one that is done every day or every other day. We've been looking at hesitation, where we've been doing the accumulation of confidence building. Okay, there's the accumulation of karmic energy, but I just haven't really done. There's going to be multiple videos that I've done about that, but we will look at this being Saturn. Okay, and the energy of purge and release and the building of energy. Okay, why it's very important for triggers, but. You know, there is loads over there, which is going to be channeling how to, all that sort of stuff, but I think you'll know. Anyway, all of those links are provided below. This will only go to the full access bundle. We'll clarify the cards and tell you what you've got coming up, and then have a look at the hidden truth, and then use that as a reading as well to clarify those and see what you've got coming up this week. And then if you are on the full access bundle, the best thing to do, because you only have to pay the difference between the full access bundle and the teaching tier, which means that you will get both tiers. Just do not join the teaching tier first and then also want the full access bundle, because you can't downgrade, because they can't reimburse you that money from Patron. They'll just take it, so you'll have to probably pay both. But if you're on the full access bundle, you can also get the teaching tier just of the price that costs between that and that, which is like $7 or $8 more. And then you get access to all of the tarot card readings, weeklies and monthlies, and then you get access to all of the teaching videos about reading tarot cards, how-to channeling, relating them to stories and all sorts of stuff, right? So it's vital, but again, like I say, it's up to you. But the best way of doing it to cost effective, to make it a lot cheaper, is to start at the actual full access bundle and upgrade, follow the instructions of upgrading and what the post that I made to upgrade to the other tier, and you'll get it at a much cheaper price, okay, than you would joining here and then wanting to join there, because you'll pay both. You'll pay the highest amount first, okay? Okay, guys. So thanks very much. I really appreciate it. All links are provided below. I'll see you soon.